God, your commentary is excellent. You said tall glass of shut up juice. You are the brownest white man on the planet, by the way.
Welcome.
Okay, so before we get started, you might be confused as to why we're calling you Shakey Gerga.
Yes.
And a lot of people in the past has, said your name incorrectly. It's been very frustrating for myself, but I'm sure it's been somewhat frustrating for you. Maybe you're used to it. But I had actually never heard this version of your name. And when we first heard it, we were like, this is it. This is the greatest thing I've ever heard. And now we refer to you as Shakey Gerga. Let's take a look.
It's possible that because he's such a low-tier, low-brow debater.
He's not a debater, and he's been very clear that he doesn't. He's not a debate lord.
Because he's literally a moron.
Wait, who are they talking about?
So this is, does anyone have the OG TikTok? I want to show Cenk. I want to show Uncle Cenk the OG TikTok. Does anyone have it? The TikTok got taken down. I can't find it. Okay, so this is the, I guess like one of those like misogynist podcasts where they just like will have someone, they'll have like some pervert guy who's like really good at debate like women that they hire to be on the podcast, to be ritualistically humiliated basically. And this is like their debate champion that they bring forward. And it was the girl that was on. Was apparently a fan of mine and was saying like, oh, Hasan is going to hate that I'm on this podcast because he hates you guys. The original TikTok, I think. Oh, is this it?
You appear to have a crush on Hasanabi. Is that correct?
Yes, if he ever watches this, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
For being on here, he hates it.
Why?
Okay.
He's a socialist, and he knows the formula of the podcast. I'm not going to go into, you understand.
It's possible that because he's such a low-tier, low-brow debater.
He's not a debater, and he's been very clear that he doesn't. He's not a debate lord.
Because he's literally a moron. So it doesn't surprise me he can't
I
debate.
completely disagree.
He's literally a moron. He is not intelligent enough to destroy women in the marketplace of ideas and remind them of their position in society. Unlike me. I love these guys.
He sounds super credible so far.
I fucking love these guys so much. They don't know how much I love them because it's like you're just basically debating the position that you're an unfuckable loser. Like that's the only thing that you're signaling to every single person where you're like, I've destroyed this female in the marketplace of ideas. My interlocutors have been owned. It's like,
yeah,
okay,
it's
sick.
not usually a winning formula for getting chicks.
Yeah, it's anyway.
Disagree. He doesn't say that he's the smartest person. He's an internet personality who
Who's connected to Shakey Gerga.
A political commentator.
And got it.
Did you hear that?
Who's connected to Shakey Gerga.
Political commentator.
And got his job because he had contacts.
Do you watch political commentate?
Yes, I'm a political commentator.
Okay.
Who is this guy? He is a political commentator? I've never heard of this person. We don't know you, little bro. Anyway.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, actually, you know what? It's even better. His name is Zero.
Yeah, his name is nothing. So anyway, you're too hairy for Korea. It's fine. We can get it. We can get that taken care of. So this dude was on Twitch a long time ago. Okay, nice. Who cares? All right, fuck that guy. This was a fun moment as well. You had this. We'll show your highlight reel here. Shakey Gerga gets into a fight with Alan Lichtman. The people love this shit. Okay, I love this shit as well. I've made fun of Alan Lichtman before, like before the election, where I was like, because a lot of liberals would come into my chat and be like, but the 13 keys, like he knows how to turn him. I'm like, he made it up. Like you can't, like there is no hard science here. He made up certain, like he tried to make like a scientific equation for why he was going to be consistently, he's going to be consistently successful at predicting the outcome of elections. And it is ridiculous to look at that. It's like no different than, those famous like octopus that always choose the right right candidate ahead of time. Yeah. It's like Moodang.
It's like the cat that falls. If he falls on his left side going down the stairs, then the Republican wins, and falls on his right side. It's nonsense. It's been nonsense from day one.
Anyway, but yeah, here.
Sorry, but I totally disagree with Juan and Professor Lichtman. Don't blame the voters. I think, look, we could get into this discussion, but Juan, I think you're blaming the voters. I think that's a terrible idea. And look, I debated Professor Lichtman before. I told him his theories about the keys were absurd. I was right. He was wrong. I said he'd lose his keys.
No, you were
Couldn't
not
find
right,
him
and
before
I
the
was
election.
not wrong, and that's a cheap shot, and I won't stand for it.
Well, who won, brother?
You know what's a cheap shot? Why do you have Justin Bieber hair? That's a real cheap shot. Get a
But
different.
seriously, that's important because at that point, I actually did not do any cheap shot. I just reiterated what he had said in the beginning, that he was wrong,
Yeah.
right? So he admitted he was wrong, and I said, look, you were wrong, and I was right. That's all. That's not a cheap shot. Later, there are cheap shots because he started interrupting me, which is a very bad idea.
Yeah, he should have. I mean, you should have cheapened the shots, is what I'm saying. You could have hit him on the hair thing. Like, I just don't understand why he has that haircut. I just, anyway.
You should not be
Who
taking
won?
cheap
Who
shots
won?
at me.
Who
You
won?
gotta make your
You
point.
live
Make your
in a
point.
total
Don't make
world
it
of
personal.
denial.
I read your own follow.
I love that. We were, dude, you're such a fucking boomer. That's such like, I mean, it's amazing. It's great. You're authentically yourself. But when you went, woo,
Total authentic boomer. That's how Shaky Gerga shakes.
oh, that's so good.
Followers' comments, and they all trashed you, every one of them, and supported me.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so let me tell you what happened there. So I debate him on Young Turks. What happens is all of the key stands show up, and so they're
The
like
key heads, yeah.
the key heads are like, oh my God, he's so right. You don't even know that 7 keys is higher than 6 keys, and this has been so true of all people that I really, really want to win, right? So like they're total zombies, and they go into the YouTube section. Look at any of our YouTube videos. It is at least 50% trolls, right? Of whoever, Israeli trolls, right-wing trolls, left-wing trolls, whatever. And this brother thinks, oh, maybe that's the 14th key.
Yeah, he's just
Brother, no, you were just selling them Kool-Aid.
he's on copium. He's looking for. It's just funny because this is after the election, where he is like, before the election, everyone that wanted Kamala Harris to win desperately was like propping him up as this like prophetic figure. And I always thought that was ridiculous. And, I think they even did a video on me early on as well, because I think his son might have been a fan of mine or something. And they were like very upset with my interpretation or my bastardization of his 13 keys analysis. Right. And, but after the election, like, you should at least hang your head in shame. You know what I mean? You should have a little bit of decency to be like, yeah, fucked up. Let's reinterpret this stuff. Let's figure out what's going on.
Yeah, but look, the corporate wing is never going to
defending my dad's honor against Hasan Piker.
The corporate wing's never going to admit defeat.
He
They're
sounded like
always
an emotional and disrespectful teenager. God, Hasan is so smug and arrogant. The fact that he's one of the biggest political commentators, streamers out there with no knowledge or credibility on any political subject.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what they always say. They're like,
Yeah.
well, if you were credible and you knew enough, you would know that corporations should donate to politicians and then completely own them, and those politicians should do dick for you. And that's like the really credible intellectual position. Is it, brother?
He's mad that your dad put his uncle in his place. That's what this guy said.
Like you would give a shit.
I didn't even know.
Didn't even know we were debating.
I didn't even know you guys were duking it out.
Like I'm picturing a moment where you're like, I can't believe he did that to my uncle.
Yeah, first of all, I do
never
defend you.
happen.
I do defend you. Okay. I do defend you when it's valid. And if I knew that he had come after you, I would have defended you. I don't defend you when it's not valid.
Yeah, I hear you. But the idea of you defending my honor is hilarious. But okay, keep going. You don't have to defend my honor.
Intelligence versus chaos and hate. Love you and your dad. Anyway, don't go after this person. Like, they're probably suffering already. But yeah, it seems as early as August, I was shitting on them when I first encountered the thing. But anyway, it gets better.
Personal
Yeah,
attacks.
come find out again.
Make whatever point you want.
Yeah.
Don't
Look,
make it personal.
You don't know anything. You don't know anything.
You attacked me
You're
personally.
so deluded.
Oh, right. I've only
Okay.
been a
Can I
professor
just-
for 51 years.
on this program,
published
I've never been
13
able to
books.
finish a
How many
thought.
books have you published? No, because you're personally
Yeah.
attacking me again. Say whatever you want, but I'm not going to
Okay,
stand
but
for
brother,
personal
you got it
attacks.
wrong.
Say
you were
whatever you want.
preposterously and stupidly wrong. So, okay, all right. Can I just
Don't
finish
call
a
me
goddamn thought
stupid.
ever on this show?
No, not if you're
Okay,
personally
well,
I
you proved
admitted
it.
I was wrong. I don't need you to call me stupid.
Okay.
Can I just say,
What
it's
kind
great
of
to see
nonsense
you
is that?
Democrats
Yeah, I
all
know.
getting
Who
along
taught
so
you
well.
manners?
God, I just Piers, man. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it. I know he's your best bud. He's your
It's
pal.
lovely to
You
see
need
a
one. Can I
post-election
finish a
harmony as you all
goddamn
come
point?
together
We're
again.
just one
Alan,
right now.
Hey, Alan, you deserve a tall glass of shut up juice. So can you just shut up?
Cook him! Cook him! Unk! Cook him! Cook his ass! Dude, I love your commentary is excellent. You said tall glass of shut up juice. You are the brownest white man on the planet, by the way.
Well,
like what you are
Others
like,
have charged that.
yeah, it's just so funny that you deserve a tall glass of shut up juice is the most like, listen, pal, not the time bucko ass take that you could have here.
You know why? Because I'm an American.
Yeah, you just deployed that shit, dude. You deployed it so hard.
For a second.
And it worked. You shut the fuck up.
Well, that's what the tall glass of shut up juice is for.
Yeah.
And let someone who knows what
Not
they're doing.
if you're
So
gonna
right,
personally
Pierce.
attack
You're
me.
so right.
So-
We're so
Make any
unified right now.
point you
Okay.
want.
So-
I will not sit here and stand for personal attacks, for blasphemy against me. You don't need to do that. You don't boost your
Blasphemy
own ego
against you?
by
Who the hell are
attacking
you?
me
Are you?
like
Blasphemy? What a fucking insane thing to say about your like demonstrably failed political method. Like you try to interpret the election in a way that like very clearly was wrong, and now you're saying you're a blasphemer. That's amazing.
Jesus
Just
Christ,
make your
you
points.
loser. Okay, can
Even
I?
Harry liked it. Harry loved it, dude. Fucking Harry Sasson.
your
Can I
points.
just give the correct answer for once? Okay, here we go. So, guys, you're blaming disinformation. There was disinformation. There was the cats and the dogs nonsense. The points you're making about undocumented immigrants, I agree with, Alan, okay? But that didn't cost the election. The main disinformation was about how the election was going to be rigged. And it wasn't rigged. It was dumb. They won easily. There was no need for that disinformation.
Excuse me. It was too big to rig. That's why.
Oh,
Too
yeah.
big to rig. That's what we did, baby. That's right. Trump 2024, Trump 2025.
You guys are missing the whole point. The people who are at fault are not other people. It is the candidate, Kamala Harris, the previous candidate, Joe Biden, Democratic Party, Democratic leadership. You guys don't want to admit that they're the problem. They're the cancer in the Democratic Party. So you blindly lash out at the voters, at information, at social media, and you want to shut down anyone who disagrees with you.
Where's the key when you jiggle the keys?
That's later. You know, that actually didn't make the viral clip, which is really funny because
Yeah.
I thought that might do it. Because in the
Elections
middle, as he was
have
talking, do you have it?
Oh, yeah. Here it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
They pulled it out. Real.
previously worked as pragmatic decision-making on whether or not the White House party has governed well enough. And then my analysis is based upon what's changed, what's shattered the pattern of 160 years of history. So I have a base for
They
my...
fucking full pan to you? God, Pierce is such a piece of shit. Oh my God.
He knows what's good TV.
Oh my God. He is such a dickhead, dude.
analysis. I'm not just doing Monday morning quarterbacking. Cenk, you need to learn some manners.
I brought him back. Jingle jangle. Jingle jangle.
Damn, she got
So-
1.2 million views, dude. Goddamn.
Your act is getting really
I
thin.
mean, brother, I said what was going to go wrong. It did go wrong. I was right. You were wrong in this election spectacularly so with your so-called keys. And now you come and tell us not the Monday
And
morning
unlike you, I'm
quarterback?
willing to admit when I'm wrong.
Are you ever going to learn?
Unlike you.
Well, I actually do that all the time. Anyway, look, they're going to bring this. So, first of all, for now, leave poor Alan Lichtman alone, right?
Yeah.
He's just a civilian, whatever. Who cares? Like, I don't know if it's true that people are swatting or doxing him. That's crazy. Why would you bother with a professor who got it wrong?
Yeah.
That's like totally irrelevant. Now, but they're going to bring him back in 2028. And more
Oh, yeah.
accurately, they're going to bring him back in 2027 during the primaries.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
They're
in
gonna
the
bring-
primaries.
they're
If
gonna
we
bring
have a
him-
progressive populist and they have like their corporate douchebag.
No, they're
they're
gonna
going to be
bring
like,
him-
oh, the keys, the keys, the keys.
No, they're gonna bring him back to talk about how Pete Buttigieg, Josh Shapiro, and gruesome Governor Gavin Newsom are the three top contenders. Maybe throw Kamala in there for a spicy people. I think her political career is done.
Oh, can I tell you why they're doing that? Number one, they're
Yeah, we're
saying that
cooked.
because she's famous and she just ran. So that's not a reliable number. But the interesting part is they always say that somebody might run. Like for a while, they put out a rumor after Hillary Clinton lost that Chelsea Clinton might run. They do it themselves. Why? It's to increase their market value. Because listen,
Clinton.
I know. Because if Kamala Harris says she's not going to run again, well, then her book is less interesting. She gets less for her speeches because she's not going to be. Right now, though, if she says I might run again, she might be the future president of the United States, even if it's a 10% chance, 20% chance.
Hey, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos.